Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Diablo. When last we left off, we had entered hell. Those most occupy. In multiple different flavors this time.
I can't carry anymore.
Rearrange the inventory, pick it up. Yes. It will be the last I can pick up for the time being. We need to get this. I was trying not to aggro another enemy in the process. That's really not going to happen, is it? Right, come on, we can get you into the corner. Does that clear out the little room we found? Seems to. That gives us some territory that is ours. And that's access level 15. Already. I do not appreciate the looks of that already. And I have made things worse for myself in the process.
Too much baggage.
Or at least that blocks the projectile. Cool. Really separate these enemies a bit. Be far more feasible. Alright, a quick visit back to town. We are in the lion's den now. There's no getting around that.
Greeting. Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Okay. Absolutely make use of that. Brings up to a 91% hit chance.
What ails you?
Very appreciated. Welcome, Ash. How are you doing today?
What can I do for you?
And congratulations on being first. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, and how was the fin?
Good day.
I just realized I didn't find the surface escape in hell.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Fair enough. With any highlights? Or was this kind of just a film existing inoffensively or otherwise? That takes us down. We're missing on level 13. I never found... Wasn't as though there's been a scene change each time. There's been some path back to the surface. Some way of getting back to town without taking too much time. Oh, that'll be why. I don't know how I overlooked that. Very fair. As much that you enjoyed it on your terms. Also, Healer, there's a little bit of a portal to hell behind your home. You might want to get that looked at. My portal still here, or is that consumed? Okay. Alright, back to our descent. Alright, we have some ammo we can pick up here. We'll explore over here next. There's some massively increased damage stat, but it really does feel like just... Sometimes enemies will just die swiftly. Like so. Were there any particular actors who had more common standout line reads? Or was it fairly varied among the cast? Put all the dregs first. We go all the way down there. Let's see. Okay, that's another path that one can take. Alright. I had a feeling you'll be leading me into trouble. Ooh. That's quite the combo package. Okay, so we got Tommy definitely to heal. We need to repair our armor and inventory.
too much.
Oh, I lost it in time. Okay. I thought I could actually make it to the fight without... Right. That's a good shield tool. Hmm. You got this.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Hmm. Well, we don't need to purchase a new
Whoa, what can I do for you?
shield of some flavor, at least. That's a very expensive bit of armor. Lord have mercy. You can see why,
Whoa,
don't get
what
me
can I
wrong.
do for you?
However, suddenly everything else is in service to getting the saintly Gothic plate. Ah, but fair enough. How did the film treat the source material, since I know you're more familiar with Minecraft than I am? Oh lord, so many. So many unique foes on this floor. Oh lord, I thought it was clever. I was anything but. limit these to 3 at a time and actually get out of here unscathed. Oh, this shield is not going to last. Very bad. On the right side, we to keep our better shield as a result of this. We'll take it. We just have to deal with all the enemies that we've already gone through, but it's fine. We know more what we're dealing with, and we know to avoid that particular area because those gold vipers are not going to be easy. We need some upgrades first. And better control of the map, frankly. We need some form of sanctuary before fighting those gold vipers.
I got a pawn.
Alright, immediately scroll down portals. We can try to make use of that great hand and also look at what we're being offered in the shop this time.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Partial of absorption. Yeah, it's just lower armor than... Well... We do like the attribute increase.
Whoa, what can I...
Yeah, when we clear the floor, then we'll go back up. We'll get the quick pathway back to town. And then we'll move on down.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Alright, back into the dungeon. We saw with taking a great ham. I wonder if the sprite changes depending on your armor class, or if it's just this particular armor has a special sprite attached. I thought this was definitely a much more active room. Okay. You also know that if we chase people down in this particular room, that's only going to result in more aggro. Presently. Okay, now we can deal with the dregs. We'll go over here. We can just repeat previous room. The convoy was going to be a problem. Probably less of one if we actually keep our shield intact. Once in the corner, then we'll get you wrapped up. We're going to do all the drakes first each time. Can't really escape them.
I can't. I gotta pawn some of this stuff. Too much baggage.
with that we can probably rearrange things to pick up Saber. In this particular room, I think it's our best way of funneling enemies. No, you don't. Okay, let's dump one. Look at the things we picked up, see what's worth keeping, and what will be thrown away.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Okay. It's crown deflection. This is just more armor in the process.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Before we head out,
Whoa, what can I do for you?
make sure we have everything nicely repaired so we don't deal with the same situation that got us into murky water not long ago. With more armor, we have... really just more armor for the time being. If we can draw aggro one at a time, or at least in smaller quantities. Then up here should be the unique succubus. And in there is pain. Of course, not to imply that what is out here is not pain. And all of it's pain. question is just...
I got a pawn.
the extremity of the peg. How excessive is it?
I got a pawn.
Okay, unique studded leather armor. We'll get that in just a moment. Oh. What am I to do? I did not actually... Okay. I need to get 2 more scrolls of Town Portal when we come back here. Very important. It is not going to end up working well for us otherwise.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Okay, none of these are being kept.
Well, what can I do for you?
Yeah, we're good on potions still, just not so good on the whole Scrolls of Town Portal portion.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Might as well get a free magic
I
increase.
sense a soul in search of answers.
I want to give note of elixirs when we see them. We need to avoid the Viper's Nest. First and foremost, because that we're most liable to perish. Again. I would rather not, frankly. On small positions like this, ensure your pursuers are gated. Very important here.
Please, don't
hear me out. I was once captain of King Leoric's knights, upholding the laws of this land with justice and honor. Then his dark curse fell upon us for the role we played in his tragic death. As my fellow knights succumbed to their twisted fate, I fled from the king's burial chamber, searching for some way to free myself from the curse. I failed. I have heard of a golden elixir that could lift the curse and allow my soul to rest, but I have been unable to find it. My strength now wanes, and with it, the last of my humanity as well. Please, aid me and find the elixir. I will repay your efforts. I swear upon my honor.
Very well. So you don't mind me dealing with your compatriots within eyeshot? We have a deal. Oh Lord, I do not like this room in the slightest. No, let's go back in the room. We've cleared out a lot of the problem children. And you're still just... Oh, in your corner. May accept the blade of judgment. So not my brightest. Okay, we've made it out. Okay, we can get a better position here. Will this work? Quite well, actually. Not perfect. Certainly work. These accuracy checks are not going in my favor in the slightest. Okay, what else is in here? Okay, that. Okay, we definitely need to avoid the gold viper room at the moment. That will not end in our favor. We know it will not. Let's take them out one by one. Okay, no, hang on. Confident beyond my station. The Tomb Guard and then head back to town. Because we will need quite the collection of new potion. And the Scroll of Mana Shield will be held for the final boss.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Okay. -3 to all attributes. Now, we will not be holding on to that, I'm afraid.
What ails you, my friend?
I didn't even notice these elixirs existing.
I don't have...
What ails you, my friend?
We should pay more attention to this. That's still not a cap. Still, it's good to know.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Yeah, Arcane's Valor is definitely my preferred armor as a whole. Increased hit recovery. It does allow for a nice quality of life. It doesn't mind taking a hit. Gladiator's Bane is... I mean, the durability is nice, but it feels like everything else is such a high cost. Let's try to tackle the Vipers. Hopefully with tact. By not aggroing every single one of them simultaneously. Okay. First one done. Okay, no, we need to get this into a better position. Another 3 elixir of magic. Short in theory. In the worst of the room dealt with. What's our inventory looking? Just the unidentified axe. Okay. We didn't find... Oh no, we didn't finish looking in the floor yet. There's a little bit more we can explore first. If we can find the golden elixir. Alright then, down to level 15. We nearly knock upon the final gate. Come out, O Lord of Terror. Where is he? Oh. Oh, I see. That's concerning. That's not all this is concerning, in fact. What a nightmarish room layout. Okay, let's see about bringing a little bit more funneled. Rather than deal with all of them simultaneously. Soulburners need to come first. They hurt most. But not if they end up leaving controlled territory. Like so. Well, we have more control in this territory at the moment. It's a more tame version of Jar the Mad. You lot don't seem to really leave your posts. Yeah, we're not safe in here at the moment. Our best odds are undeniably use a town portal, dock back up, probably repair our items. They'd probably to wipe the beating from all of that. Or not.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while. Whoa, what can I do for you?
None of these really are enticing to me at the moment.
What ails you, my friend?
Alright, let's give this another shot. We have some healing to our name again. I just think first about the way older games can make you scramble and squirm. Eliminating those safety nets. And oh lord, am I glad that I bought more healing. Okay. Move the obstacles one by one. Well, we can at least. The Kabbalists need to be a lower priority than other ranged foes. Simply because of the teleportation. The Kabbalists and Magistrates also are not as malleable in their positioning. They tend to stick to a singular area and call that home. Okay, one soul burner down. You want to run all the way out, that's your prerogative. Okay, so I never got a hit on you before. I presume. With the soul burners in the area, leaving just... Okay. We'll at least take the time. Hunt you down. Okay, you're cornered. Okay, one by one. Pull you into a corner. Remove another piece from the board. Oh. But a momentary breath. Okay, if we bring it back over here. This area we should control quite well. Not perfect. Oh. Our bloodlust is a little bit more intimidating than I thought she would be. Okay, so we have a strategy for this floor now. Oh, it's going to be a rough one, though. The areas we went to, we were not able to really get a good foothold for really pinning down enemies and restricting their movement, which is a very important skill when playing warrior in this game. As a result, we should probably try a different path to start. Guarantee ourselves a bit of a foothold. Follow them into that corner, if I can. It's still painful, but it is some way of dealing with ranged enemies. That affords us some form of foothold, some method of advantageous positioning. Up here is still going to end up being a lot of lightning. That is tempting, though. So many sounds of lightning. Staff of Lazarus. Have some healing we can use to push through for a little bit longer.
I need to get this to Lochdonnen.
Okay, so going up is definitely the better way because there's at least less to distract you from the Kabbalists and the magistrates. No projectile hell to deal with, just a lot of lightning. Okay, now we're into the soul burners. Use this opportunity to head back and deliver the elixir to Lochdonnen. And the process walk back to the town, I think. Rather than using a town portal. These series of staircases are quite close together after all.
You have saved my soul from damnation, and for that, I am in your debt. If there is ever a way that I can repay you from beyond the grave, I will find it. But for now, take my helm. On the journey I'm about to take, I will have little use for it. May it protect you against the dark powers below. Go with the light, my friend.
I gotta pawn some of...
Or I suppose we're utilizing town portal here, because I did not realize how full my inventory was. That's fine.
This does not bode well, for it confirms my darkest fears. While I did not allow myself to believe the ancient legends, I cannot deny them now. Perhaps the time has come to reveal who I am. My true name is Deckard Cain the Elder, and I am the last descendant of an ancient brotherhood that was dedicated to safeguarding the secrets of a timeless evil, an evil that quite obviously has now been released. The Archbishop Lazarus, once King Leoric's most trusted advisor, led a party of simple townsfolk into the labyrinth to find the king's missing son, Albrecht. Quite some time passed before they returned, and only a few of them escaped with their lives. Curse me for a fool! I should have suspected his veiled treachery then. It must have been Lazarus himself who kidnapped Albrecht and has since hidden him within the labyrinth. I do not understand why the Archbishop turned to the darkness, or what his interest is in the child, unless he means to sacrifice him to his dark masters. That must be what he has planned. The survivors of his rescue party say that Lazarus was last seen running into the deepest bowels of the labyrinth. You must hurry and save the prince from the sacrificial blade of this demented fiend. Hello, my friend.
Certainly,
Stay
but
a while
first.
and listen.
Well, what can I do for you?
These are definitely strong notes. I wonder exactly how armor class works in this game, because I don't think I've ever really questioned it. I'm quite ready to give it up, as it stands presently. Let's at least claim the other items and decide what we'll use. Alright, so now we'll continue the walk back up. So there are no threat of enemies here. That's exactly what we're working with.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Plus 60% armor.
Hello, my friend.
Yeah, we're not going to be utilizing the wizard spike.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Yeah, Reduce has plus limit to all attributes.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
We're definitely taking.
Whoa, what can I do for you? Whoa, what can I do for you?
Yeah, we'll finally give up Arcane's Valor.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
What ails you, my friend?
Alright, also need to get
What ails you, my friend?
2 more potions. And now see if we can wrest control of level 15 from Lazarus and the Soul Burner. Alright. Okay, let's see if we can focus you up here. That's the unholy altar. Let's address the rest of the floor first. Don't have control of that area yet. The soul burner first. They're more likely to cause a problem. Then the hellspawn. At least flee away from your cohorts. I appreciate that part. Okay. I need to keep you getting into an uncomfortable position for me. As such, I need you in my dominion. Like so. Okay, now we continue marching toward the back. At least you're prone to walking away from your cohorts. Who still bought into my melee range? Feel free. Okay, so we've definitely picked up as much as we can.
I gotta pawn some of this stuff.
Okay, can we make room for the Falcon? We should be able to. Ooh. Floor 15 is tense.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
I don't have a spell ready.
Well, what can I do for you?
What ails you, my friend?
All right. We'll mostly abandon the Book of Town Portal. We reach the end, I think. And we are on our final march against the Lord of Terror. In the meantime, let's keep clearing out small patches in here. Good. So far, so good.
I gotta pawn some of this stuff.
Okay, do we need to reorganize to fit it? We do. That's not bad. Okay, we have not claimed dominion here. We have quite a few places that we can bully soul burners into now. Like so. Some seem to be the real problem at present. Because of that, they're more more mobile, which means once you actually draw their aggro, you really need to deal with them. And avoid the Kabbalists and the Magistrates.
I gotta pawn some of this stuff.
There really isn't anywhere left to flee. Okay. We need to reorganize, fit the shield. We do. That's fine. The Sometimes variants really feel like the second most important enemies to remove. The Storm Rider, Stormlord, and Maelstrom type enemies seem to have been the ones most prone to causing problems.
I gotta...
Staff Telekinesis. Alright, let's offset things. Or offload things, rather. And see what we collected, and how much money we can get for all of it.
Hello, my friend.
Well, what can I do for you?
Let's go talk to Peppy. Get our health back. Then talk to Adria. We should still have a decent amount of healing all in all. I hope. But
I sense a soul in search of answers.
what do people with staff of telekinesis? Might have misread it though. These are all town portal and a single mana shield, which 34 mana is still a little bit extra health. I think it's worth more to us used and so. I could be wrong though. I didn't quite pick it up. Okay, can we draw them up here as well? We're not facing lightning. Okay, can we draw you into the main hall? Oh, come on, I can get you in a corner anyway. Welcome to Cake. It's going bullet hell today. How are you doing? Those who are doing well. Okay, that gets rid of a hellspawn. Giving us more control, slowly but assuredly. I did. It was baffling. Ilvor is the king of strange guest characters. I can only wonder, just I thought when they announced Ronaldo, the last two characters in the base roster would be the more story-related sub-boss and final boss. I was incredibly incorrect. Oh lord. Yeah, at this point, the final character has to be the boss character, right? Boss character or a third base roster guest character really are the only possible options left, which is absurd to state.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
What ails you, my friend?
For the sheer absurdity of it, or... Yeah, I wasn't entirely sold at first. I did warm up to the trailer with the showcase of
I sense a soul in search of answers.
the super animation. I think my main reservation against Salvatore in particular is only that City of the Walls is supposed to be taking place still in the 90s or the early 2000s. Which I guess it is really that's the narrative threads of. It is definitely strange that Salvatore feels like he fits in so much better. Just, you would think with the name value of Ronaldo that they would have gone the extra mile to make sure that he's a highlight, but it really doesn't feel like it. Okay, that clears out the entire floor, giving me as close to a level up as I can. And now for the final march. Very much so. There really is no... I mean, I'm not familiar with Salvatore in general, so I wouldn't really know how well it fits in. But it's definitely more charming, especially as fighting games tend to be... They tend to try to toe that line between serious and very not serious. Yes, you are just to be avoided. But will need to be removed. So, ah. That's how we're playing this today. Okay, that removes one part of the equation. You know, these advocates need to go. I'll leave the singular hell spawn. Okay, let's take a moment. Down portal back. Use this opportunity to recover our health. Take important steps to avoid dying. See if this short sword is worth keeping. See if Griswold or Pepin have anything.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
That's fast attack, but this is faster attack. We will actually be utilizing that.
Oh, what can I do for you? Well, what can I do for you?
What ails you, my friend?
I think, though, ultimately, you're always going to be missing someone's favorite character. And
Well, what can I do for you?
I think it's important in the same vein to recognize that any newly added character also can become someone's favorite character just as much.
What ails you, my friend?
But yeah, it's one thing to add a character, original or guest, who you feel really represents something interesting within your world. And that does not feel like what's happening with Fatal Fury. A lot of these inclusions feel rooted in well, the decisions made by the shareholders, above all else.
Abandon your foolish quest. All that awaits you is the wrath of my master. You are too late to save the child. Now you will join him in hell.
Get back here.
darkness ends here, betrayer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that definitely was a rough time, to say the very least. Barely eked out a victory there. Oh.
Your story is quite grim, my friend. Lazarus will surely burn in hell for his horrific deed. The boy that you describe is not our prince. But I believe that Albrecht may yet be in danger. The symbol of power that you speak of must be a portal in the very heart of the labyrinth. Know this, my friend. The evil that you move against is the Dark Lord of Terror. He is known to mortal men as Diablo. It was he who was imprisoned within the labyrinth many centuries ago, and I fear that he seeks to once again sow chaos in the realm of mankind. You must venture through the portal and destroy Diablo before it is too late.
Yeah, but
Hello, my
before I do that, can you tell me what I got?
Stay a while and listen.
Much appreciated.
What ails you, my friend? What ails you, my friend?
Oh.
Well, what can I do for you? Well, what can I do for you?
And also, if what awaits is even worse.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
I can sell this stuff as well.
I sense a soul in search of
And now let's cycle through Griswold's inventory until we get something that we like or that is too expensive for us to wish to purchase.
Well, what can I do for you?
Alright, our inventory's a mess at the moment.
Well, what can I do for you?
Yeah, no, we're not going to have enough money to really get anything of interest in that regard. Alright. On to level 16, Diablo's Lair. Beginning final approach. Let's make sure we save so we don't have to do any of that previous bullet hell chaos again. As we probably walk into more bullet hell chaos of a different flavor. At least drag you away the advocates. I went up thinking it might be more feasible, only to find something arguably worse. And this is why we stick with carving out one path at a time. Lord have mercy. Are these hell horrors infinite? Okay, you're firing from somewhere. Not anymore. The infinite orders multiply. Let's scale this back a moment. So we have control of this particular corner for now. Oh, the teleport really does make it so much worse. The moment you think you have things under control, they decide no. No, you do not. And I think the hell horrors multiply, so you need to be dealing with those in a timely manner. Okay, let's see if we can get further control here. This was not looking very positive, admittedly. I definitely need to make sure I don't wander too much further. I want you to help with it at least. Ooh. Let's see if we can get to the town before trying to push even further into this lair. I know full well things are not going to be very comfortable for long. I say, as if the current status quo would qualify as comfortable.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
I don't have a spell ready. Well, what can I do for you?
What ails you, my friend?
I didn't mean to press that button. Oh well. Once more unto the breach. If we can get a leash on these hell horrors and the advocates. Having to chase them down is not exactly my definition of a good time. There's a reasonable way of determining if there's advocates in an area. Just wander around, see if you get an ominous red glow anywhere. I would have dexterity marks. Can't push it any further, unfortunately. One at a time. Well, three at a time in this case. Found you alone. I think they do. I think they might just infinitely spawn and multiply. Don't deal with them in combat quick enough. They seem to spawn another one. At least with this, we've addressed... Well, we've looked on the entire map. We've addressed all of the advocates wandering around freely. If more hell horrors spawn, I don't think there's really much more I can do about that. Okay, I must have already interacted with it because one of the doors is already open. Okay. How bad will it be? There are pillars at least. Pillars won't be enough. At least have some of you out of hiding. Might be a little more feasible for me.
I got a paw.
You know, I can't really deal with you in this particular situation. I need to utilize the corner.
I got a paw.
It's about his wish, but at least the advocate seems to have wandered somewhere else. Alright. Gun lever. Opens the door to... Okay, opposite side. Is there a good angle to get in? It doesn't seem like it. At least the hellholes aren't nearly as aggressive as many other enemy types. The one saving grace here. Oh no. We'll let that hellhole wander around for a moment.
I got a pawn.
Okay.
I got a pawn.
Okay, that, at this point, we really cannot push further. a visit to town. We'll see what things we acquired here in the final depths of the labyrinth.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. Well, what can I do for you?
All of these are not going to be employed here.
What ails you, my friend? What?
Yeah, we still have plenty of healing. That part's not a problem, presently. Also, clearly I really need to pay more attention to Pepin's store. Yeah, the warrior really shouldn't be spending their stat points into vitality and trying to purchase elixirs elsewhere, I think. You're willing to leave your abode. That makes things a lot easier for me. Hold on, before we end up doing all this, since Diablo is here, make sure to save. I want doing all of that again. Alright, back down to face the Lord of Terror. We're going to need to deal with the advocates. Okay. Let's try just walking over and fighting the Lord of Terror directly rather than... The advocates seem content where they are and less prone to actually interrupting. We'll see if we can get some mana shield. Oh, I did it!
The soul stone burns with hellfire as an eerie red glow blurs your vision. Fresh blood flows into your eyes, and you begin to hear the tormented whispers of the damned. You have done what you knew must be done. The essence of Diablo is contained. For now. You pray that you have become strong enough to contain the demon and keep him at bay. Although you have been fortified by your quest, you can still feel him, clawing his way up from the dark recesses of your soul. Fighting to retain control, your thoughts turn toward the ancient mystic lands of the Far East. Perhaps there, beyond the desolate wastes of Aranok, you will find an answer. Or perhaps salvation.
And thus, ladies and gentlemen, conclude Diablo. It is quite the time. Many old RPG elements, which can cause friction, but that in turn create layers of intrigue in their own right. Emphasizing hit recovery and attack speed made for quite the interesting duelist build. Class you wouldn't really think to work with in many more modern RPGs. Similarly, the way they will throw things at you that will just be rough, like the Lazarus fight. It definitely adds to the set dressing of Diablo, the elements of horror and imposing doom are felt when any turn down a corridor would have you encountering your next death. It's a game that is rather different than its lineage. There's not much fanfare. Just the tension of the dungeon. And that, I think, is a dynamic that more games could work with. But until next. Let us see where to go for the night. I'd also look forward to Vespa, who's currently tweaking their chat RPG. Please do give them as much of your affection as you can. We will return tomorrow with some more Under Night In-Birth tour with a lobby with some of my friends. But until then, please do all you can to enjoy the remainder of your evening. And as always, take care and good night.